My name is Nathan Wells. I work over at the Cupboard, part of the staff with those guys. I would first like to welcome you guys to Bogarts and thank Bogarts for having our semi-annual charity event. Obviously, we got Salt here from Austin, Texas. Everybody welcome Salt. Give him a big round of applause.
Once I saw glass blowing, I knew I had to try it, and then once I tried it, I was pretty much hooked.
And this year we'll be giving all the proceeds to the Animal Adoption Foundation of Cincinnati, Ohio. So give them a big round of applause as well. As you guys know, the Cupboard's been open since 1948, and it's one of the oldest head shops in America at this point. And we feature artists from all over the country. We always try to buy direct from these guys, and we strive to educate the community. We'd also like to thank all of our sponsors: Bogarts, Hemptations, Queensgate Glassblowing, Ozzie Davis, Chris Richter, and all the artists and Hemptations and all of you guys. We couldn't do it without you either. So thank you for all your help leading up to this and going all over the city with us and putting up flyers. Thank you very much. Our first speaker today is Carrie Schultz from the Animal Adoption Foundation. She's the executive director. It's a non-profit organization. It's a no-kill shelter for dogs and cats that's been abused or abandoned. And the AAF provides a safe and humane environment for dogs and cats that are waiting to be adopted. In addition, the AAF aspires to eliminate homeless pets and strives towards a vision through the operation of A Rescue. So I'm going to let Carrie take it over here and explain a little bit about what she's been doing this year and many years before.
What makes Animal Adoption Foundation different than other animal rescues is that we really care about the health, both mental and physical, of the animals. There are some shelters that put dogs just in little cages. They don't have any natural light. They don't have any access to outdoors. Our dogs can go in and out, and our cats are not in cages. They're in rooms just like a normal house. But I want to thank Barry especially for putting on this event and for you guys for coming out. It's an honor to be able to be the beneficiary of the event, and the animals, thank you.
Thank you, Carrie. Give it up for Carrie one more time, guys. All right, before I yap your head off all afternoon, I'm just going to give a quick bio to the guys that are blowing glass and the guys that helped set up this whole station for him today and everything. So bear with me 1 second. We'll start to the gentleman right directly to my left, Salt.
Once you get the glass hot, you have to be in the moment. You have to pay attention or it's going to fall.
Salt began his glassblowing career in 2001 in Austin, Texas. And over the last 8 years, he has spent the time pioneering, developing, and refining a sculptural approach to flame working, which has become commonly known as the Salt style in the glass industry. This organic and evolution-based style stands as a direct reflection of the hostile environment that glass pipes are often immersed in. Salt pipe is equipped to fight back, not only to defend itself from criticism and legal attack, but also to protect its owners from persecution. Salt's works have been featured on the cover of Wall Street Journal, Hot Breath, Glass Aficionado, and High Times magazine. Salt glass continues to be one of the most highly recognizable iterations of the glass pipe as an art medium. It can be found throughout thousands of collections worldwide. Next, directly to his left, is Katie Volk. Give it up for Katie, everybody. Katie is an absolute Cupboard favorite. She is family over there. So Katie began blowing in 2009 at the Salem Community College in Oregon. After working in the scientific industry for a few years, she began operating her own business as an independent craftsperson. Today she enjoys running social media sales and taking free time to get involved in community events. And I don't know where, oh, right there. Give it up for Becky Davis, Katie's partner in crime. Becky is originally from New Jersey, and she's blown glass since 2010. Becky worked under Justin Davis for several years after the Salem Community College to further her art and focus on a variety of techniques. Now working in Cincinnati, she operates her own glass-blowing company and makes her own products. Becky gets inspiration from the oddities of everyday life, music, word lingos, and absolutely incorporating comic relief. Give it up for Becky one more time. And her brother, but definitely from another mother, Justin Davis. Give it up for Justin Davis, everybody. Justin Davis makes glass arts and fabricates and repairs scientific glassware. He's been doing that since 2000. Justin co-owns and operates the Queensgate Glassblowing Company in Cincinnati. Queensgate Glassblowing is a studio that rents space for a lot of local artists around town. Since starting his career in glass, Justin has taught glass classes and has owned and operated several glassblowing studios in New Jersey, Colorado, and now in Cincinnati. we're going to give these guys some time to a couple hours on the torch together. There's going to be a collaboration piece made. And after that, it'll be auctioned off on the Cupboard's Instagram page. So make sure you follow that page if you guys aren't already. And make sure you tell your friends later on this week that we are going to auction off the piece that's being made today, and all the proceeds will go to the AAF. So I'm going to let them have at it. We can turn the music back up, and you guys can check out what they're doing. Thank you, guys.
Once I saw glass blowing, I knew I had to try it, and then once I tried it, I was pretty much hooked. And that was almost 17 years ago, or 16 years ago now.
Oh, very cool, man. Very cool. When you first started off, did you ever think you'd get as far as you have, being on the cover of magazines and having your pieces displayed in various galleries around the country and stuff?
The short answer is no, but what really was going on was that the culture wasn't anything close to what it is now. You know, it was much more underground, and there was less of us, and the information was less readily available. The internet hadn't really, I mean, the internet existed, but it wasn't being used as such a powerful tool. Can you bring it just a little closer? Yeah, perfect. So, no, I had no inclination that things were going to turn into this, and it wouldn't have mattered. Like, I just loved blowing glass so much and working with glass as a material that was enough to keep me, you know, like on the torch and eating ramen or doing whatever I had to do to keep blowing glass.
Cool. All right. As far as your progression and everything you've done as far as the big pieces, what do you think your most elaborate piece has been so far?
I've done a lot of collaborative projects, and a couple of those have been extremely involved. One in particular was a competition piece that I made with Zach Pukowitz and Snick Barnes at a Champs show, and we did like a whole kind of like a outside block with a sidewalk and a wall, and there was like a character pushing a shopping cart, and he had like a pet. It was about 4 feet wide, so that was pretty involved, and we each spent about a week and a half of our collective time on that. So I don't know.
Very cool. I'm going to move over here really quick and ask a few of the same questions to Katie, if you're cool with that. Cool. So, was there an artist that you apprenticed under at first, or what got you started in glassblowing?
Well, I went to Salem Community College in New Jersey. I was living in North Dakota, had to find something to do after high school, and just happenstance, I was inspired by ceramics and fell into the idea of glassblowing. Salem Community College offered me the opportunity to explore art and scientific industry at the same time. So I went there, and then I had the opportunity to take a scientific career after that. Ultimately, art worked out for the lifestyle that I'd like to live.
Very cool, very cool. When you started out, did you think it would take you where you are now, moving all over the country and traveling constantly and getting to work with huge people in the industry and stuff?
Well, I guess I had that idea when I first started that maybe we could get there. I didn't realize how big the industry actually was at that day and time. It was 2009, and like you're saying, even then it was still just underground enough. It really started exploding when I was in Salem. I didn't really imagine I would have the opportunity to live the way that I am right now. I'm satisfied that I am, though.
Yeah, awesome.
Appreciate all the opportunities you guys have.
Of course. Yeah.
Kind of the long answer to that question that you're asking both of us is that the industry kind of became what it is now because we all enjoy doing this so much. But I think a lot of us would be doing it anyway, you know? So we didn't expect it, but it's like welcome You know, it's a combination of all this collective energy. A lot of young people blow glass and are starting to blow glass all the time, and so all that young, fresh energy makes the scene what it is. You know,
absolutely. It's a labor of love, but once a bunch of people start doing that, it's amazing what you can accomplish. Yeah. Does anyone in the crowd have any questions? We're going to open up the floor right now. You guys can ask Katie or Salt anything.
Anything.
Anyone.
Put you on the spot.
Wait, thank you guys so much for coming out. I'm going to let them keep doing their thing. Oh, we do have a question. I'm sorry.
I just got a question. I was looking at the pieces over here, and I was wondering. Looks like stone, and it's pretty cool looking. But I was wondering, is that frit?
Yeah, I mean, it probably is. I'm not sure exactly which piece you're looking at, but it sounds like, yeah.
That's what you use at the
using a combination of frit colors and the different sizes of frit. Like a larger size frit will create kind of a grain, and so I think that's what you're seeing.
Oh, awesome.
Good question. Nice.
Any other questions for our guys up here? Cool. Hey, also, please go over there and check out the Queensgate glass blowing table. Those guys are also a big help to Cupboard and everything we do.
Really, what I'm trying to do is I work really hard anyway, and so when it's for charity, I try to dig as deep as I can and make as much as I can, and so we kind of have multiple projects going at the same time in order to maximize the time.
That's great. Thank you so much, Salt, and Katie, and Becky, and Justin. Thanks so much. And these pieces all are going to be auctioned off on Instagram at Cupboard The later this week. And all of the proceeds from these auctions are going to the charity. So really appreciate your time and consideration, and rock on. Thanks.